Well, welcome back to the shop, everybody. Today I'm going to knock out a little project I've wanted to get done for quite a while. It's not that I really need it, it's just they're handy to have. I'm going to build a press brake for this little brake I've got. This is just a little 12-ton Harbor Freight cheap special. And I wanted the bigger one when I got it, but that was during the COVID shortages, and so I just took what I could get. It does fine, but if you're going to buy one, I'd recommend buying the next size up. Just more because you don't have to bend over quite as far. It's got a little stronger jack in it. They're a little more stable, but like I said, this one's done everything I've ever needed it to. But you can't buy a press brake that will fit this, and I really don't need one. It's just a convenience thing more than anything. There's a lot of times I want to bend a piece of metal. If I had one, I'd use it. So, and I'm just going to build it out of scraps that I've had. This is just a piece of 2x3, and I already went through and cut it. Basically, I just turned it into a piece of 1.5 by 3 channel, and that's a piece of 1/2 inch bar I had, and I've cut them all down to 16 inches. And that one, you can see there's lines on it already. I already drew them out. I'm gonna put a beveled edge on that. See, it's marked both sides. I'll make a knife edge of that basically, just with the grinder, and that's what'll do the bending. These two 2.5 inch pieces, I'll weld those together at a 45 and put them in that channel, and that'll just set on the deck, and then this will come down to the bending. So they're just a handy tool, and I've always wanted one, so now I've got it. This is all just scrap out of the bin. Just grabbed what I thought I wanted to use, and you know, when I buy metal, and it's something that'll help you guys, a lot of people don't know that if you buy a 10 or 20 foot stick, you get a different price than if you buy it by the foot. So you're usually a lot better off to buy a 10-foot stick if you only need 2 or 3 feet. Usually it'll come out about the same if anything over 5 feet. And it depends on each supplier is different, of course, but it's, if you just add that little bit on when you're doing your little projects, then you end up with a supply like that. And you always have something for little projects that come up, so you don't have to run to the steel shop all the time. Then I've got a pipe rack out behind the shop too, that anything that's longer I throw out there, and then it's there if I need it. And good portion of the time, the little projects that pop in my head or something, just something quick and easy, I've usually got material I can pull it off. So, but let's get going on this, and we'll see how it turns out. Here's a little trick that'll help you when you're joining something like that. This is 1/8 inch bar, this is 1/8 inch plate, or 1/4 inch plate. Just gonna use that as a squaring surface. That just puts that 1/2 inch offset, or that 1/8 inch offset, in that 1/4 inch bar. So it'll make it so it's got a good solid weld on the backbone of it when we're done here. So this will let me get a good tack here. So You can see that backbone there. That just gives you a great welding surface. Make it so you're going to have a good strong weld, and then I'll flatten it a little bit. We lay it in here and we'll weld down each side. Take care of that. So all right, got the gas thing figured out. I had the wrong regulator on there, so it was calling for the gas and it wasn't there. So I've got that all switched over, and we'll go and get this. I'm going to tack it here in the middle, and then I'll start here, and I'm going to jump back and forth so it doesn't warp on me, but we'll get her welded up. Throw that over on the floor, let it cool off a little bit. I'll work on grinding this bar down, getting it all done. And when I get done, or get that ground and that bending edge done, I'm going to weld that on top. That fits right over that center bar of the press. And I think I'll widen out. This is 1/2 inch bar, and that's 1 inch inside. I think I'll cut this little scrap of that bar off and tack it on here, give me a full surface to push on. So we'll get that done. Alright, got that all polished up. You'll see it's not perfect. It's as good as my blind eyes do, though. It doesn't have to be perfect for what I need. It's not going to do anything super precision or any of that. And I polished up, rust off it a little bit. And, well, let's move on. Well, let's get the bottom of this cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll fit it for that. It looks like I'm going to have to cut these down just a hair more, or grind them down too. So we'll clean it up and see how it fits. Yeah, I'm sitting about 1/4 inch up, so I'm going to hit them with the grinder and see if I can clean it up quick that way, and if not, I'll get the torch out and we'll shorten it quick. Alright, hopefully you'll be able to see down through there, but now we got that V touching down on the bottom. I just want that so that that's where all the force is pushed on it. So we'll weld up this side and this side, and we'll move on. we'll let that cool down. We'll get the pipe drilled while we're working on, or letting this cool down, and we can put it all together and see if it works. All right, I went ahead and center punched that off camera, but just gonna go with 1/4-20. All this does is it'll hold the bending or the brake edge up to the top so that I don't have to mess with springs to set it up. So all right, just polished it up a little bit, throw the level on it, set that level. We're good that way. All right, now for the moment of truth. We'll see how we did. That's just a piece of 10 gauge scrap that I had, so I just put a straight line on it, and we'll see how we did. And there's what it bends, so that's mainly what this design should be able to handle is 10 gauge. So I overbuild it a little bit because I'm sure there's going to be a time I'll build a bracket out of 1/4 inch, so never hurts to go a little extra strong anyway. This bolt, you just screw it down, puts, you know, bind on that center push rod, and that will self-center itself in there, so seems to work pretty good. All right, everybody, that concludes that one today. But if you like this video, hit the like button and be sure to subscribe. But if you have ideas of other shop tools you'd like to see built, send them to our email. I'll put a link in the description down below, but send us an email what you'd like to see built. We'll send you a shirt. As always, remember to thank the one above every day for all the blessings in your life, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Visit our website. You'll find information on trails in various areas and states, in addition to our line of apparel. If you haven't already had the chance to do so, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.